What's up, mamas? I'm Christy, that's Sabrina, and we're the creators of ABC Fit Collective. Today is a birth prep movement flow. So who is this perfect for? If you are in your third trimester, if you are ready to get this baby out, if you've had it with your pregnancy rather, this is gonna be excellent for you. These movements are gonna prepare you for the big day. They also just might make you feel good today, okay? So that's really the name of the game here, okay? We'll work on some deep squats. We're gonna work on some pelvic tilts and some pelvic movement. We'll stretch out a little bit of the inner thighs, and then you'll be on your way. So it's quick, you don't need any equipment, you really just need your mat, okay? That said, if you wanted to have, let's say, a chair nearby, if you needed some yoga blocks for a little assistance, maybe even a towel, we are gonna use some kneeling positions, so get as many props as you need to make yourself comfortable. That said, let's do it. We're gonna head towards the other side of the mat today because we're gonna go into some deep squats. So let's take a nice big inhale here. As you exhale, you're gonna sit into that deep squat. Now you can use your elbows. This is where you can grab that yoga block, take a seat onto the yoga block, and then from there, stand up nice and tall, okay? On your time, nobody else's. We'll take about 5 of these. The deep squat is an excellent exercise for, of course, opening up the pelvic floor, opening up your core. So make sure when you get into these postures, you are breathing. Huge, deep belly breaths. 1 or 2 more here, really pushing the knees out, finding that depth. You could shake your head yes and no. Standing up tall. Last one, and then we're gonna walk it out to the top of a little cat-cow. Finding that full deep breath, and then we're gonna walk it out to the top of a nice little cat-cow. So we're not gonna be here for long, mamas, don't worry. We're gonna take a nice big deep breath. Push the floor away, tuck your butt under. Now, as you push your seat back, I want you to walk your feet to the outsides of the mat and push your tailbone back. You're trying to get the knees in towards one another. So I'll show you facing directly onto you. My feet are behind me. As we round up the upper back, push the floor away. Now, as I push this tailbone back, my feet are gonna come to the side of me and taking this nice little bit of a internal rotation. So the knees are in towards one another. All right, you might feel this into your hip. All right, nice big deep breath. You got 1 more. And then really try and get the knees as close as you can and the feet as far away. And then from there, let's step 1 foot forward. We'll take some pelvic tilts here, okay? So 1 foot forward, the other foot back. Make sure your entire foot is firmly planted onto the ground. We're gonna take these big pelvic tilts, pelvic circles. Now, often I see people try and do this with their upper body a little bit too much. So I'm gonna just show you facing this way. You wanna make sure that it's not like orbiting through here. It's just the pelvis, right? As if the pelvis is a bowl of water, spill it in every direction. Switch directions on that. Now this next one, I want you to focus on tucking the pelvis under. Now, tuck the pelvis under and then push the butt back. Tuck the pelvis under, exhale. Inhale, again, just the pelvis. 1 more. Now from there, I have my foot directly in front of my hip. I'm gonna walk the foot out nice and wide. If you needed to grab a little towel or something and place it underneath your knee, you can. We're gonna shift our weight, not forward, not directly side, to the diagonal. With a big inhale here. As you exhale, you'll take this nice little stretch here. Now, if you had a yoga block, you could place it in front of you for a little assistance. If you had a chair, you can use it. If you had a nice big stability ball, this is an excellent one to be here in the stability ball. I will say, you could rock up and away from the stretch, but let's try and avoid the bouncing. You know how we get to the bounce here? Right? Try and avoid that ballistic feeling. Then another thing you can do is push the knee away, all the way out, right? Push the elbow into the knee, away, away, away. Then from there, we're gonna take this nice little inner thigh stretch. So my big toe is gonna line up with this bottom knee. Big toe, bottom knee, and then push your tailbone back like we did in that cat-cow. So push your tailbone back and then you could rock your weight back. All right, nice big deep breath. Inhale to rock forward. Exhale. Inhale to rock forward. Keep that big toe down as you push the tailbone back and rock your weight back. Then from there, let's switch it up. Let's step the opposite foot forward now, and we'll set it up on the second side for some pelvic tilts. Those big circles. Open up the hip. Nice big circle in one direction. And then switch directions. You're finding that movement again, just from the pelvis. You're gonna tuck the pelvis under now. Ready? Tuck the pelvis under as you exhale. Inhale, push the tailbone back. One more, nice big deep exhale. And then from there, my foot started directly in front. We're gonna walk that foot out nice and wide. If you need to, place a little towel onto your knee and then rock the weight over. Okay, you can again use something in the middle here. Come back. Let's do 2 more. Nice big deep exhale. Rock the weight over towards the diagonal, pushing the knee out. All right, this is gonna stretch out the groin, the inner thighs, as well as the pelvic floor. We often hear about the pelvic floor. You need it to be strong, but you also need it to be able to stretch. The most important thing about the pelvic floor is you need it to function for you, okay? So big toe is gonna line up with the bottom knee. You're gonna push the tailbone back and sit into that. All right, so that being said, you want the pelvic floor to be strong for you when it's supposed to be strong. And you want it to be stretched and ready to move when it's supposed to, okay? That's where you want it to function properly. We have one more little stretch here and then you're on your way. Now, we're gonna take a seat onto our bum and you're gonna try and find 90 degrees in every joint, okay? So, make sure this knee is directly in front of your hip. Now, this front knee has to be bent at 90 degrees and so does the ankle. My back knee needs to be in line with my hip. I'm gonna flex the foot, right? And make sure the ankle is in line with the knee. Really find the 90-90. You're gonna gently push this hip down, okay? Gently, excuse me, this is your knee. While you're doing so, you're gonna try and get this back pocket down to the ground. So let's take a big inhale. Try and get this hip back down, down, down. It's gonna feel like a crazy feeling if done correctly. It's all about stretching right in front of the hips here, that internal rotation. One more. Try and get this back knee down to the ground or back hip. And then we're gonna take a little rock side to side here, internally rotating, setting up on the second side. Okay, so now set yourself up on that second side. Knee is gonna be in line, knee directly in line with your ankle and with your hip. Okay, so take a nice big deep breath. As you exhale, try and get this back pocket down while pushing the front knee down. Big deep breath. One more. Get the back hip down, down, down. And then from there, you can rock side to side, releasing that lower back. You can bring the soles of the feet together. You are all set today. Nice work, mamas. You're so close. Definitely use these birth stretches, birth prep stretches all the way till the day of. They should be feeling really good. If anything doesn't feel good, pull back a little bit and find that sweet spot for you. That said, I'm Christy, that's Sabrina, and we're the creators of ABC Fit Collective. We'll see you soon.